Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we are doing some nails on my nails. I currently have, this is OPI. Let me buy you a drink. It's very pretty. I did ding it, but hopefully I can cover it up because I did my nails and then it was dinner. It's like, oh. Okay, so I am going to use my Maniology. These are my January. I really like these plates, so I'm using all the images. So Maniology MXM097. This is the January. So I have that. And then Maniology MXM098. So far, I am going to use, I'm going to use that one, I'm going to use that one, I'm going to use that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I believe. So we're gonna use a bunch of them. So we're gonna do some reverse stamping. Okay, so I'm just grabbing. So I'm gonna use a black, a white, and possibly a red. So let's get started. Actually, I might use red for that. Use red for this one. And pick up. So, oh, it picked up nicely. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so we're gonna clean that up. And then we're gonna, whoops, almost dropped it. Use black for this one. Oh. I had a big mess on the corner, so I wanted to get rid of it. Okay, so that one picked up nicely as well. Yeah, I wanted to try all the images, so I figured let's do many. Hang on, I got a hair here. It's driving me nuts. I figured let's do a bunch of them. I'll do black for this one. They're like the little heart candies. And there. So 1, 2, 3. And let's switch. I really like this. And there we go. And then for the very last one, oh, I didn't clean that one off. Let's do this big one. I'm going to do it in red because I'm going to do it for my thumb, and then that way I can, do I want it red, and then I'll, yeah, we're going to do it in red, and then I'll color it in and do everything in white. So that should look good. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I always take a piece of, oh, I had a hair stuck on my stamper. I pulled it off and it just ripped off part of the image. Hopefully. Okay, thankfully it will fit on my thumb. I couldn't believe I did that. So I'm just going to take all the pieces on here that I don't want, because I don't want it to get on my skin. It just means extra cleanup, so we'll do that. And I just turn, whoops, just turn it around. And that one. And this one. Now, because they're a bunch of rounder type images and stuff, I'm going to use a dotting tool because I find it easier than a brush sometimes for doing round stuff to fill in. So, one sec. Okay, so as I'm filling them in, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fast forward this section because it's going to take me quite a while to fill everything in. So hang on, and you can watch me reverse stamp. Okay, one moment. Okay, so I'm back. I got them all done, except for this one. I've decided I'm actually just going to put this on my nail as is. I'm not going to fill it in, but I am going to redo it just because I did miss some of it. So it'll probably fit, but yeah, we're going to redo it because I've got pink on my background, so I thought, oh, it'll look cute with just that. So, okay, so let's do this one again. So, So, pick up. Okay. I'm not going to worry about taking off. That it shouldn't. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little piece of tape and pick up a little bit that got on my skin. Then that way I don't really have any cleanup to do. And you can kind of see the little boo-boo there that I have. And a little bit there, but that's okay. Once I top coat, it'll smooth it out. Okay, so now we're going to add a sticky base coat on here, and then I'll let it sit for about 30 seconds to a minute. So, as you guys probably know, I mentioned before that our landlord sold our house. We don't know exactly when we have to move. He hasn't really given us any indication. My husband tried to say, well, do we have a year? Do we have 2? He wouldn't commit. The reason being is these houses that I'm on, they're all going to be slated to be all torn down and become condos. So they're just kind of waiting for the best deal that they can get. So we've been looking at the rents, and they're just outrageous here where we live. And so we know we have to move regardless. So that's why we ended up, I told you guys we were going to rehome 2 of our dogs, Pebbles and Pedro. Those were the 2 that we originally were going to rehome when they were babies. But because COVID happened, we didn't end up doing that. We could just kind of kept hanging on to them a little bit longer. And then we got attached. So it's been hard. But we have rehomed them. I talked to 2 co-workers, actually. One is the service tech and his wife. They've taken Pebbles. And then the service manager at my work actually has taken Pedro. So Pebbles has been gone for a few days now, and then Pedro was left yesterday. Pebbles, because she's so shy and timid, she didn't eat for a few days. They were a little worried. But she seems to be coming around. So that they're a couple. They're home quite often. They do have a Chihuahua named Willow, and she's quite kind of reminds me a lot of Daisy. So we can get updates, and so we're pretty happy. They seem like a good fit for her, very loving, caring. And then Pedro will have Sonic. He's a Portuguese pandango. So he sounds kind of cute. So, but they seem to be getting along. What I'm going to do at the end of the video, I'm going to post some pictures of them that they've sent me. So it's kind of awesome that we can at least stay in touch. I see how they're doing, so I will be able to give you guys updates. So it makes it a lot easier than I thought. So, or, rather than going to a stranger, because yeah, doing the Craigslist thing, the ads, oh my God, people are, yeah. Okay. So I've talked a lot, so we will, I don't know which I want to put on what. So let's put this one here. Oh, I probably talked way too long. So they're starting to not stick. Yeah, so I'm pleased at least I think we found them really good homes, and I think that they'll be, you know, once they get over the initial shock, they should be good. So Daisy and Pippa seem to be doing well. It's really quiet in the house, so look at this. Yeah, so it's been super quiet. Oh, and I did a dumbass thing. I went to Walmart because I wanted to buy a bunch of totes so we can start packing and going through stuff. And it's way easier. We did that on our last move. Hang on, I'm just looking for scissors. Okay. Yeah, I did that in the last move, and the movers, when they came in, they were like, oh my God, we love you guys. But anyway, my dumbass move. I went and bought 4 totes today. Guess how many lids I grabbed? I grabbed 2. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I wasn't, obviously. So, yeah. So I have my receipt still. So I'm going to try and go back to Walmart tomorrow and see if I can get 2 more lids. Ugh. My husband tells me, as he's moving stuff around, he's like, you only bought 2 lids. And I'm like, what? He's like, yep. I'm like, oh. So he's like, well, we can kind of put, you know, breakable or like stuff that we don't need a lid on in them. I'm like, oh. But I'm going to go and see if I can get some more lids. We had a bunch when we moved in here, but then I loaned some to a couple friends. Well, one friend in particular. Do you think I got any of the dots back? Yeah, no. She still has them. Don't loan your stuff to people. So I'm just breaking it all off. And I'm not hurting myself, like it's just kind of breaking it off. This way I don't have any cleanup to do, or minimal cleanup. But I kind of like this, doing the mix and match. It looks pretty cool. Plus, I wanted to try out all the images. Hang on, I'm having issues trying to maneuver my baby finger. So yeah, so that's the update for now. You know, we haven't, we're not quite sure, because I don't have paperwork from them. I don't have like no lease, no, I pay the guy in cash. So we want to get out on our terms. I'm not going to wait for him to, you know, kick us out, because, you know, we were talking about it, and so what if he turns around, you know, and kicks us out? Or even if we stay and wait, you know, what's the rent's going to be like in another, you know, 6 months to a year? They're going to be even worse. So at least if we get out into another place, then they can only raise the rents on us, I think it's 2%, whereas he raised it a lot, like a couple $100 when we, so it was like, ooh. I mean, we're still paying below par anyway, but still. But and don't worry, my husband already said he'll make way for me to have my nail room still. We're going to have an area anyway, so I might have to put it in the bedroom. I might have to downsize a little bit, so I only have, because right now I have 2 desks. I'll probably just have the one, but he's like, nope, that's your hobby. You do good with it, and, you know, it does bring me a little bit of money. So, I enjoy it, and I love hanging out with you guys. I love doing nails, talking nails. So I really like that. Oh, I like these guys too. I think I might gonna do a one like that. So, okay, one sec. Okay, so I've got them all done. I'll have to probably clean up this one underneath my nail a bit, but that's okay. So now I'm going to take my Maniology smudge-free top coat, and we'll go over everything, especially because I've done a lot of red and colors. I want to make sure it doesn't smear. So quick coat. And then after, once that's dry, I will put my Essie Speed Setter top coat. Especially this one, because red seems to bleed quite a bit. Oh, shoot, I just touched my... Okay. I did touch it a little bit, but it seems okay. I'll top coat and it should smooth it out. Okay. So there's my mani for today. I just wanted to try out all the different images. I love them. I don't know which is my favorite. This one reminds me of pop art. And that's like picnic style, cherry bomb. And those remind me of those little sweet hearts that have all the sayings on them. That one's cute too. I like that. So, okay, so stay tuned. I will have pictures. I will put the pictures of the puppies at the end that you guys can see. And yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys an update. It's been really kind of a tough weekend, but it's for the best, and I think we found them really awesome homes, and it's kind of nice that we can actually, you know, stay in contact and see how they're doing, so, and how they're making out. So yeah, I think they'll do fine. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me while I do my nails. I hope you guys are doing well and you are staying safe. Okay, I love you guys. And remember, be someone sparkle. Bye.